Hello.
Hi.
Welcome. Welcome all to our 2022 spring virtual travel show. We have most of the crew with us today. We're excited to talk about 2022 Northland Travel group trips and well beyond. We are looking to 23 and I've even heard some beyond that as well. So we're going to get right into it today and go ahead and start with introductions.
All right, I am Rhonda, the manager at Northland Travel here, and we have lots to tell you about. I'm so excited to have all of us here with you today to share these future trips that we know that you're eagerly anticipating going on with us.
I'm Kelly, the president of Northland Travel.
Okay, and I'm Deb. I'm one of the guides. I've been with Northland Travel and been doing this now for about 15 years. My specialty is mainly motor coach tours, so within the U.S. here.
Hi, I'm Merlia Schultz. Terry and I do international cruises and a few of the domestic motor coach for you.
And I'm Paula Templemeyer. I do whichever ones I can, I guess. I'll do international and I'll do bus tours.
And Suzanne Sawyer couldn't be with us today, but she has traveled extensively, done a little guiding for us, and will be helping us out with future trips with Northland as well.
And I should have introduced myself first, but I didn't. I'm Rachel, and gosh, for Northland Travel, I seem to find myself doing a lot of the techie things. So the website, these travel talks, and virtual travel shows here, all that good stuff. So we have one more person,
Yes.
a very special person to introduce.
Yes, I'm very happy to introduce Heatherrood. She has joined our staff. She will be helping out with the individual travel. Her and I go back in the travel years, as Merlia and I do too, many, many years. And I'm going to let Heather talk a little bit to tell you about herself, but we're very excited to have her on board with us.
Hello, I'm Heatherrood. I'm very happy to be a part of the Northland Travel family, and as Rhonda said, many, many years in the travel business, so I'm very excited for this new venture.
Awesome. Okay. I think, Deb, you're going to be, we're talking about symbols you might see here now throughout the presentation.
As you request information on tours from us, or if you're looking online, we want you to pay attention to these symbols that we've added. Most of our tours include different symbols, and we want you to be aware if a passport is needed for one of our tours, or if it's an actual flight trip versus a motor coach trip. Our newest symbol is the vaccination requirement. We're finding that many of these tours and destinations that we're taking you to do at some point possibly need vaccinations to show to get in for a meal or a site or such. So to play it on the safe side, where some of the tours, majority I should say, are requiring the vaccinations now.
Perfect. And now we're going to go ahead and get right into our trips. We do have a couple going previously before this trip in 2022, but we're starting out in May when Deb hits the NASCAR.
Yep, May 13th to 15th, we're going to be traveling to Kansas City. If for those of you that know Jim and I, you know that we're big NASCAR fans. And so we want to take a group down to the Kansas City Raceway and see the races down there. It'll be a 3-day trip, so it's just a nice weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll drive down to Kansas City on Friday and get you checked into a hotel there Friday night. And then on Saturday, we will have tickets to the ARCA and the truck race there. And then on Sunday, we will do the cup race. And then when we do the cup race, you're going to have all the pre-race activities, that package included as well. We do have a special trip to where you have some children or grandchildren, whatever, that you'd like to take with you, and they're 12 and under, we do have special pricing for those kids as well. it's one child per one adult as far as the special pricing. So that's a real good deal. So that should be just a fun little short getaway. And now that we're getting in the race cars or into the NASCAR season, why hopefully we can and take you folks down and see this. So make sure come join us May 13th to the 15th.
And then June 7th to the 18th, we're off to Alaska. We do a group departure for Alaska every summer. And this one shows sold out with a wait list, but I did call and was able to get 4 more seats just yesterday. So if anybody's interested in joining us, it's a 12-day adventure, and it's a combination of flying, trains, cruising. You get to see the interior of Alaska. There's a lot of highlights on this, and I'd love to talk to you about it. If you're interested in grabbing one of those 4 seats or a couple of them, just give me a call.
Are you ready to rock and roll? We're going to hit 2 great music cities. Detroit for the Heidelberg Project, Motown Museum, and then Cleveland for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the Christmas House, cruise on the Nautical Queen, and a couple fun things coming home. Join us in June for Rock and Roll Rhythm and Blues.
And then in middle June as well, I've got another short little 3-day trip to Footloose, Minnesota. Summer Fun is what I've titled it. And that's just what it's going to be. We will take you up to Minneapolis to begin with. And for those of you that remember the movie Footloose back in the late 80s, early 90s, you know, the fun-paced, fast movie. Well, this is a reproduction of that at Chanhassen. So it's going to be a fun thing to see. So we'll do a dinner show there. Then we will leave Minneapolis and we'll come down to Stillwater. The next morning we'll come down to Stillwater, and we're going to do in Stillwater do a luncheon riverboat cruise. We're going to do a trolley tour there. It'll take you up into some of the historic homes up on the bluffs there. Also, then we'll leave there. We'll come down. We're going to stay overnight in Lake City, right on the Lake Pepin waterfront. And then the next morning, we're going to go over and visit the National Eagle Center in Wabasha, a fantastic place. And then on our way up, we're going to stop in Owatonna, and we're going to visit the Orphanage Museum there, which is a very, very unique museum there, and lots of history that goes on there. So just a lot of fun things built into this little 3-day trip, June 14th to the 16th. And this one here, I did want to mention quick too, that one is near full capacity. So if you're thinking on signing up for that Minnesota trip, please don't wait very long, because it's near sold out right now. Then in June, I'm going to do the Iowa Hidden Gems tour. And I divided this up into 2 different tours. They're going to run concurrent with one another. But the first one will be the North tour, where we're going to hit the highlights and a lot of the hidden gems of North Iowa. And you can see them listed there. I won't go into detail on all of them. But again, that'll be June 20th to the 22nd, which is a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then we will come back to Fort Dodge, where we're going to base out of to begin with. Come back to Fort Dodge, and then on the next day, on Thursday, we will start the South tour of Southern Iowa. And we'll be visiting the bridges in Madison County and so on and so forth, everything else you see listed there. So you'll be able to do that one as well. Now, you can either just purchase the North tour or just the South tour, or you can do both, okay? So, and if you do both, then you'll be staying overnight in Fort Dodge. We'll arrange for lodging there and in Fort Dodge. So that'll be our home base. So we'll be staying overnight there. So, okay, that's it.
Canadian Rockies, majestic, fun, $125 off on this trip for the next week through February 25th. We're going to be partnering with Mayflower Tours again this year, flying in and out of Calgary. We'll do Calgary, Banff, Jasper, the Tyrone Museum. We are going to ride a snow coach, the majestic of the Canadian Rockies. If you've not been there, join us.
And then brought back by popular demand again, I'm going to do the Indiana Amish tour, August 8th to the 12th. And that again too is a real fun tour. We go out to the Shipshewana, Indiana area, and we will be having 4 nights lodging right there at the Essen House Inn in Middlebury, which is it's just real near Shipshewana. And so we'll be able to hub and spoke out of that really neat hotel for the 4 nights that we're there. And then we'll go out on Monday, and we'll have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for all days of fun out there in the Amish country. And then we'll come back home on Friday. And during those 3 days that we're out there, we'll have a step-on guide with us. So she's going to take us places to like do a buggy maker, and we're going to visit an Amish bakery. We're going to go over to Shipshewana Flea Market for a few hours. We're going to do a dinner theater comedy, a musical comedy one night. We're going to see the beautiful quilt gardens out there, just oodles and oodles of things. Have dinner in an Amish home, and you can go for a buggy ride one night. So just lots and lots of fun. This one, I did want to mention that we right now until March 8th, we do have a $50 early booking discount yet on this one. So take advantage of that if, always helps. So again, that's by March 8th. And then another popular one here, I'm going to do the Trains of Colorado, August 20th to the 27th. That's an 8-day trip. We will go out and be doing a variety of train rides while we're out there, plus seeing all kinds of other fun things. The first day we'll go out, travel out. We'll get into Colorado Springs on the second day. And then for the next 5 days, we're going to hub and spoke out of the Drury Inn there in Colorado Springs. So you can unpack your luggage and just stay for a while. You don't have to be packing and unpacking every day. So that'll be nice. And some of the trains and some of the things we're going to do while we're out there, we're going to do the Royal Gorge train ride, which is super cool. And we're going to also visit Royal Gorge Park that same afternoon. We're going to do the Cripple Creek train ride, which is up in gold mining area country, and we'll tour a gold mine while we're there. The Cog Railway has been closed down now for the last couple of years due to maintenance and building new buildings up on top of Pikes Peak and that stuff. So anyway, they're back open again. So we're going to do the Cog Railway, which will take us up to the top of Pikes Peak, which will be up 14,000 feet when we get up there at the top. And then we're going to visit do a dinner cookout and music at the Flying W Ranch. Always a fun thing to do. We're going to take in the U.S. Olympic. This is just a new museum that they've built in the last couple of years, the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Museum, which is there just in Colorado Springs. We're going to go out to Garden of the Gods. We're going to visit Seven Falls. There's just oodles and oodles of things we're going to do there while we're on this trip. And again, this one is real near full too. I think we've just got maybe 3, 4, 5 spots left on this one. So don't wait. I wouldn't wait very long if you're interested in signing up for this one. So again, I did want to mention real quick on this one, if you do have any serious respiratory problems or something like that, where breathing or walking is a little difficult, this one might not be for you, just because out there in the Colorado Springs area, the air is fairly thin. And so, you'll get exhausted a little earlier, but for the normal person, you should be perfectly fine. Okay, then North Shore Mackinac Island Tour, September 8th to the 14th. This one is brought back every year. This is always a really popular trip. It always sells out every year. And going out, we went out in September last year, and it was just a perfect time to go out. We'll go out as we head out through. We'll go up through the North Shore of the Lake Michigan and Superior and all that. Take in a lot of fun things on the way up through there. We're going to do the Pictured Rock Cruise up through the Upper Peninsula, and then get over to Sault Ste. Marie, and we're going to do the Soo Locks boat tour. And then we'll eventually get back down to Mackinac Island, down to Mackinac City, where we'll take the ferry across to Mackinac Island. There we'll do 2 days and 2 nights on the island, a carriage tour while we're on the island, and lunch up at the Grand Hotel, and just a bunch of other fun stuff. Then we'll come back down, and after we leave there, and come down along Lake Superior and do the Sand Dunes buggy ride, and then finish it up by taking the USS Badger across Lake Michigan from Manitowoc or from Ludington, Michigan, Manitowoc, Wisconsin, and then come home from there. So fun-filled 7 days.
And then we're working on the Black Hills Buffalo Roundup for late September, early October. This is the annual Roundup viewing where the motor coach gets to park out in the field area where they bring those buffalo through. And while we're out there, of course, we're going to take you to Custer State Park, the Mount Rushmore, Bear Country, where the motor coach can drive through the wildlife area and the bears are right outside the coach. It's phenomenal. And then, of course, the famous Wall Drug is out there. We got to stop there. But we're just putting the finishing touches on that, and we'll have the exact dates and pricing very soon.
Deep in the heart, Texas. October 9 to 21, we're going to do Fun in the Sun in Texas. On the way down, we'll stop at Circus City, U.S. We'll stop at the George Bush Library, Presidential Library. 3 nights on Padre Island with a couple of cruises. We'll do Harlingen for the Iwo Jima Museum. 3 nights in San Antonio, a favorite of Terry's and mine. Love those missions. It's fun to do the river walk. We'll do a tour through the Alamo. Maybe have time for lunch at the Buckhorn, which is always a great time. Stop and shop at Market Square. Then on back through Waco, Texas for Chip and Joanna Gaines' Magnolia Market, of course. We'll stop at Fort Worth at the Stockyards and finish up at the Oklahoma Memorial and Museum on the way home. Join us in Texas, October 9 to 21.
And then November 7th to the 10th, I'm going to do my normal Christmas in Branson. This one always is a sellout every year as well. This year, we're going to take in The Miracle of Christmas. That's what's going to be at the Sight and Sound Theater this year. It's a phenomenal place if you've never been to the Sight and Sound. And then we're also going to do the Dolly Parton Stampede. We're going to do Clay Cooper's Country Music Express, a fast-paced high show. Presley's Country Jubilee. They've been around Branson for many, many years. It's always a favorite of everybody's. And then we're going to do the Grand Jubilee as well. Plus, we got lots of other things planned. And like shows in the picture, we'll be eating at Paula Dean's restaurant. Again, the group did that this last fall or last November and really enjoyed it. So you'll get some time down on the landing there in Branson. So a fun trip, November 7th to the 10th.
What many of you have been waiting for. Terry and I have been promising the Eastern Med for quite a few years. The itinerary we wanted is finally here. November 13 or 14, depending on our air, through December 12. It's going to be 28 days, a repositioning cruise, Rome to Fort Lauderdale. We're going to do Olympia, Athens for the Greek Isles. We'll do Kadasa, Turkey for Ephesus. 2 stops in Israel, one for Jerusalem, Bethlehem, the other to do Nazareth Galilee. We'll do Cyprus, Sardinia, Malaga, Spain, Casablanca. So you can do Casablanca or Rabat. We'll stop at Portugal, then 6 days at sea to relax, unwind. We're going to have some great specials for you included in this. Premier beverage packages, unlimited Wi-Fi. We're going to take care of the prepaid crew gratuities for you. 28 days. What a wonderful way to relax before the Christmas holidays. Join us in the Eastern Med and Israel for a grand adventure.
And Merlia, I just always have to point out that you really challenge my spelling / typing skills on most of your trips. So thanks for keeping me fresh.
And then I'm going to do another short little Christmas tour, Christmas around the world. We're going to go out to Omaha and spend about 3 days out there. And as most of you, or some of you may know, Omaha is a very multicultural community. And so at Christmas time, all these cultures bring out what they do best as far as celebrating how they celebrate Christmas. And so we're going to get to experience that firsthand from a variety of different countries throughout the world. So lots of fun dining planned from all these different countries and just different performances. And so it's just going to be a fun trip. Again, December 5th to the 8th. And I'll be having the pricing on that coming here within the next week to 10 days, and a information sheet out on it as well.
And then join me as we fly out to Boston, December 9th through 13th. This is the Gilded Age Christmas Tour. You ever wanted to see how the other half lived? This is what we're going to do. Fly to Boston. We're going to be touring many, many mansions in the Boston, Newport, Rhode Island area, including the Breakers Mansion, one of the Vanderbilt mansions, the Blithwold Mansion with a tour and tea, Newport Vineyard Tour, the Breakers, the Elms, the Marble House, all National Historic Landmarks of the Gilded Age out east. Back into Boston, we're going to do a stocking stuffer tour. You get a stocking and we go through a bunch of private houses that are all decorated, and we get to fill our stocking. A gingerbread lunch at Cheers, and to top it all off, a Boston Pops Christmas concert, which will be the highlight of the tour. So the pricing will be available very shortly, but join us as we fly to Boston, December 9th through the 13th.
Aha, 2023. They always say third time's a charm. I say fourth time's a charm. Australia has been postponed again due to some quarantine things. So those of you that have still had your thinking hats on, keep them on. Our price has stayed the same. That's pricing from 4 years ago. And you're never going to see a price like this again. Australia will do Cairns, Ayers Rock for the Great Barrier Reef. We'll do Ayers Rock. We'll do Melbourne. We are going out to Tasmania, both islands of New Zealand. Then we're going to spend 3 days relaxing in Fiji on the way home, April 15th to May 14th, 2023. Join us on the other side of the world.
And then next June of 23, we're looking at a tour to Wisconsin to see some of the national shrines there. One of them being the National Shrine of Mary, Help of Christians. And another one, Our Lady of Good Help, the approved Marian apparition site in the United States. We'll see St. Joan of Arc Chapel at Marquette University, Basilica St. Josephat, and while we're in the Milwaukee and Green Bay area, of course, we'll be seeing the regular sites there, hopefully Lambeau Field if we're lucky, Pabst Mansion, Brewery Tour, and many, many more. So be watching for more information and pricing on this, the National Shrines of Wisconsin.
Another tour we've been waiting for. Those of you that travel with us know that if we're not going to see a country in its entirety, we're not going to see it. There's 4 Scandinavian countries. We've been watching for this itinerary again for 2 or 3 years to come back. 4 countries: Denmark, Norway, Sweden, and Finland. 16 cities. We're going to do Santa Claus. We'll see Santa Claus in Lapland, and we're going to venture across the Arctic Circle into that land of the midnight sun, July 2023.
And then in the fall of 2023, next year, I'm going to do a Southwest tour where we'll go out and we'll visit the Grand Canyon. We'll visit Bryce National Park. We'll take a train ride to Grand Canyon from Williams, Arizona. We're going to go out and visit Antelope Canyon, do the Cumbros Toltec, New Mexico train ride. Going out, we'll stop at through Oklahoma and do some Route 66 icons and just lots and lots of fun stuff. So I'll be watching for that. I would guess it's going to be in the fall of 23. I would guess probably early October is when this will be of next year. And then I also wanted to throw in quick, and we just talked on this here a little bit ago, or a couple days ago, and decided I'm going to do this. In April of this year, I'm going to be doing the American Queen Riverboat Tour from Memphis to New Orleans. And we've had lots of good response from that. We got a full group going that are super excited about that. And since then, I've had other folks say that, oh, gosh, I can't go this year, but it would be fun to maybe go next year. So I have decided, and I haven't decided when or where. Rhonda and I will get our heads together here in the next 6-8 weeks or so, and decide when and where we're going to do another American riverboat cruise somewhere here in the United States. So hopefully it'll be the American Queen. That's the the cream of the crop. So I'm hoping to do that. So anyway, be watching for information on that in the next couple months.
And I want to just remind everybody, when we mention that we are filling our tours, we are still operating at less capacity, maybe 25 to 30 people at the most. We're just not comfortable yet with filling those coaches. So we do want you to be able to join us. So you can give me a call anytime and I can let you know how any of these tours are filling up, so to speak. And to end the travel show today, we want to let you know that if you would like to book and deposit a tour with us by March 15th, we will give you an additional $25 off per person off of those already early booking discount savings that are out there. So this is the best time for you to actually get your reservations in to get the most savings. And then you'll see on this slide, email contact, phone number, website, Facebook. We invite you to watch us on all of those avenues. And then we will be coming out with a mailer. Also, we're working on that. So that'll be going out very soon. And that if you're on our mailing list, you will get that as well. If you want to be added to our mailing list, please give me a call and I can get you signed up for that as well. So you don't miss out on any of our new tours. As we introduce those, we try and get those posted as soon as we can. So, and we want to thank you for joining us today. And we invite you to call in and check on any of these tours and ask any questions and hope you join us soon.
We'll say goodbye, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.